In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 MLB games happening on September 25th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Red Sox versus Toronto Blue Jays. The Boston Red Sox and Toronto Blue Jays square off Thursday afternoon at Rogers Center in the finale of a crucial 3-game series. The playoff race is tightening, and this matchup carries heavy implications for both clubs. Boston enters 3 games back of the Blue Jays and Yankees, who are tied atop the American League East, and the Red Sox are also just 2 games ahead of Detroit for the second wild card spot. Toronto and New York have already secured their playoff berths, but Boston is still fighting to lock down theirs, making this one of the most important games of the year for the visitors. The atmosphere in Toronto should be charged, with both sides looking to grab a momentum-building win as the season nears its end. On the mound for Boston is Brayan Bello, who has stepped forward as a reliable rotation piece in 2025. This will be his 29th appearance of the season, and through 161.2 innings, he owns a 3.34 earned run average, the best mark of his career so far. Bello has worked deep into games and limited damage consistently, which gives the Red Sox confidence heading into this series finale. Across from him, Toronto is expected to lean on Lewis Varland, who has shown flashes of talent but has not been stretched out to handle a full starter's workload. He's likely to serve as an opener before handing the ball off to the bullpen, and that uncertainty makes Boston the more predictable and stable side in this matchup. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boston Red Sox money line is our full game side pick. Toronto continues to cling to the American League East lead, holding a narrow 1-game edge over the Yankees heading into Wednesday's slate. The Blue Jays had hoped to arrange their rotation for the postseason, but with the division race still in doubt, they cannot afford to coast. Boston's urgency is just as strong, with Bello expected to rise to the occasion in one of the biggest starts of his career. If either pitcher runs into early trouble, the leash will be short, and both managers will turn quickly to their bullpens to keep the game in reach. Recent trends point toward a tighter, lower-scoring contest. Toronto has seen the underhit in 4 of its last 6 games against American League opponents, and both lineups could be forced to grind for offense in this one. Given the stakes and the caliber of the starting matchup, this looks more like a controlled playoff-style contest than a slugfest. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Mets versus Chicago Cubs. The New York Mets head into Wrigley Field Thursday afternoon desperately trying to stabilize their grip on a wild card spot as they face the Chicago Cubs. September has not been kind to the Mets. What once looked like a secure postseason berth has turned into a nail-biting finish with multiple teams jostling for the final spots. Wednesday's 10-3 loss to Chicago highlighted all the issues that have plagued New York in the past few weeks, and it's the kind of defeat that makes the betting public ready to pile on the Mets' collapse narrative. Still, it's important to look beyond one rough night when breaking down Thursday's matchup. For New York, the ball goes to Nolan McLain, a rookie who has quickly become the bright spot of the rotation. McLain has been steady, efficient, and fearless, looking every bit like a frontline starter. His performance has been strong enough that the Mets have shifted other pitchers, guys like Holmes and Mania, into bullpen roles, a clear sign of confidence in their young ace. The Cubs counter with Shota Imanaga, who has been consistent if not spectacular. He comes in on a run of 5 straight outings where he has allowed exactly 3 earned runs, a quirky stat that underlines both his durability and his inability to fully shut the door. The Cubs' offense, meanwhile, hasn't exactly inspired confidence, sputtering in key spots despite Wednesday's outburst. New York still has veteran bats capable of putting together quality at-bats, and if McLain continues his current form, the Mets should have a path to victory despite their bullpen concerns. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. McLain has delivered consistently sharp outings, limiting damage and handling the spotlight well despite his rookie status. Imanaga has the kind of arsenal that can eat innings and frustrate lineups, and it wouldn't be surprising to see him throw 6 or 7 strong frames if he commands his fastball and secondary stuff. Neither lineup is firing on all cylinders, and both starters are more than capable of keeping the game under control. Expect this one to lean more toward a tight, low-scoring contest than the slugfest we saw Wednesday. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Kansas City Royals versus Los Angeles Angels. The Kansas City Royals and Los Angeles Angels meet Thursday in MLB action at Angel Stadium. The Royals are the side to back here. Lorenzen has shown he can at least keep Kansas City in games, carrying a 4.7 earned run average across the season with a 1.35 WHIP in 136 innings. He has battled inconsistency, but still offers more stability than what the Angels are trotting out. Mitch Ferris is in over his head at the big league level right now, struggling badly with control and run prevention, projecting to an earned run average over 6. Kansas City's offense has already tagged this staff recently, scoring 8 runs in a win over Los Angeles earlier this week. The Angels are limping toward the finish line, looking flat and unmotivated, while the Royals have managed to show more spark. The pitching matchup tilts toward Kansas City, the lineup is producing more consistently, and the Angels' bullpen remains a liability. As our first pick for this matchup, the Kansas City Royals money line is our full game side pick. Neither the Royals nor Angels have anything to play for at this stage, and both pitchers are in shaky form. We should see some offense in this spot. Lorenzen has been hittable all season, especially lately, where he's allowed 31 hits and 17 runs in his last 28 innings. In 72 road innings, Lorenzen has a 5.75 earned run average and .285 allowed batting average. In 19.1 MLB innings, Ferris has allowed 19 hits and 14 earned runs. Ferris has walked 6 batters in his last 8.1 innings. Expect some fireworks. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Colorado Rockies versus Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners wrap up their 3-game series with the Colorado Rockies on Thursday night at T-Mobile Park. For Colorado, this season cannot end quickly enough. With 115 losses on the board, the Rockies are cementing themselves as one of the worst teams in recent MLB history, and they've been a disaster in interleague play, posting just a 12-35 record. Seattle, on the other hand, clinched the American League West title with Wednesday's win and still has plenty left to chase, sitting just 1 game behind the top spot in the American League and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. This is a massive contrast in motivation. The Rockies are playing out the string, while the Mariners are focused on setting themselves up for October. The Rockies turn to right-hander Bradley Blaylock, who has been nothing short of a liability in his first extended run at the major league level. His record sits at 2-5, but the numbers behind it are even worse. In 11 starts and 2 relief appearances covering 55 innings, he has a 9.16 earned run average and 1.82 WHIP. The recent stretch has been brutal. Across his last 7 starts, Blaylock owns an 8.64 earned run average, and in day games he's been tagged for a 7.89 earned run average with 5 homers surrendered in just 21 2/3 innings. The Mariners have yet to officially announce their starter, but in truth, it may not matter. With Cal Raleigh red hot at the plate and Blaylock serving up hits and runs in bunches, Seattle's offense should have every chance to light up the scoreboard again. The Rockies have been an automatic fade all season long, and Blaylock's struggles only reinforce the angle. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Mariners to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. On the totals front, this game has plenty of potential for fireworks. Seattle's Brian Wu has been excellent when healthy, but he's been dealing with pec tightness, so the Mariners likely won't push him too deep into the outing. That means Colorado's struggling lineup could find some late opportunities against a bullpen that won't be deployed with postseason urgency in mind. On the other side, Blaylock's numbers are historically bad, and the Mariners may get close to clearing the number themselves, especially with Raleigh and the middle of the order locked in at the plate. Colorado might chip in some late meaningless runs, but the heavy lifting should be done by Seattle. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.